Good evening, folks. How is everyone as always? People, you know I love it. Big three. That's McKinley Morganfield. If you don't know who McKinley Morganfield is, well, that's because your water ain't muddy enough. Oh, and I dropped my eyes on the floor. Yep, muddy waters. Sometimes the algorithm just gets it right. Welcome to day 2 of pre-gaming for Oktoberfest. Get off my leg, fuzzball. You're not getting in my lap, and you're not drinking beer. It's too hot. And when I say it's too hot, it's 6:30 at night and 106 degrees in Phoenix. They started spraying us like bugs again, and temperature goes up. Really do need to shave, though. Make up a shave for tomorrow's beer, I swear. But happy Saturday. Tomorrow's not a beer day. Tomorrow's a cider day. Oh, maybe we'll have to break the rules. Anyway, we're going to take a look at Dark Sky Brewing's traditional lager brewed for Oktoberfest. She is 5.2 for the ABV, 1 pint, 16 ounces. Dark Sky Brewing in Flagstaff, Arizona. So she is local to me. This pint of beer cost me $4.79 at quite literally. We'll save it for the end if I remember. Anyway, let's get busy because it's hot out here and my glass is defrosting. Yep. Yeah, watch. That was an ice chip. Glass is defrosting. We need to get this crap done. Choppity chop chop. So we did that really, really nice German not Abbey, Cloister. We did that nice German Cloister yesterday. Oh, delicious. So today I thought we would go American, and then I grabbed this out of the refrigerator, and it turns out it's local. Even better. So, that's the crack. Let's do the pour. We'll get the temp. We'll see what's going on here. One of the best things the boy ever bought me was a 20-ounce heavy glass. Kind of hoping we get a little more head. I did put some angle on that, but I didn't think I put that much on there. Well, you know what they say. Can't get head all the time. Anyway, these guys are brewed up in Flagstaff on birch and beaver, if I remember correctly. The story that goes with that is one I've told before. Let's get a temperature, see what's going on here. No. Yeah, okay, that works. I thought we were back on metric. Do not want to be back on metric. Oh, that's it, baby. Go down. Go down, baby. This is just going to be one of those videos. I'm sorry. We are looking at 35. And the SRM on this beer can be no more than a 4. She is just absolutely pretty gold. Just darkening up a little, but not enough. I would outside it as a 6, but definitely not a 9. I told you we were going to go there. I apologize. Anyway, she's ice cold, and this is more or less in the temperature zone I like in a lager. I can guarantee you right now the nose is nothing because it's so cold nothing's coming off it. Let's get all Biden on it anyway, my friends. Light beer nose, vacant. Nothing really impressive, but it's 106, and this beer is about as cold as it's going to get. Let's slip it a tongue, see what's got going on. Prost. That's temperature to drink a lager. She is ice cold. The flavor is almost non-existent. She does come in. She fills the intradentals, the soft palate. Not a whole lot of tongue going on, although she does ride the tongue to the back of the throat. She goes right down. Fast. Even at this temperature, she's dirty. And now as she starts to warm in my mouth, we start to get a nice earthy, kind of grassy flavor. She's really more of a lager than a fest beer, and I'm sorry, but I'm pretty sure I read on the can where it said Festbier. Now, if I was at a festival and you served me this, would I complain? Not so far. But you know what happens now? We're going to have to let her warm up and see where it goes from there. So, for a beer with no head, how gassy is that? Anyway, we're going to pause the camera, let the temperature come up into the approved zone. We'll try her then, and then we'll bump her up into the 50s, which is a sin against God in a beer this color, but that's just me, and I like my lagers cold. You may, of course, always do as you like. Be right back. Alrighty, folks. So, did the initial at 35. A little cold, I know, and usually we bump by 6. So tonight we are going to bump by 9. I got 44 and change. So, mea culpa. But the nice thing about it being 44 and change is when we let her bump to 50, I'm not going to destroy a perfectly good beer. So, mea culpa. They've got dinner waiting inside, which was grilled burgers with mushrooms and Swiss. Yeah, the mushrooms go butter and fresh chopped garlic. A bit of salt, maybe a little bit of pepper. So good. Nice and bloody too, by the way. How else would you eat beef? Biden time. Let's get that sniffer in there. Alright, so there isn't a huge shift in the nose, although now it actually presents, and again, it presents actually surprisingly well. We thought she was more earthy and grassy before. She's moving more towards a floral. Now, their webpage was quite literally balls on a Christmas tree. It gave us nothing. It's nothing more than decoration. The beer was not even listed. Don't look at me, man. I'm old, but I have standards, and if it was my brewery, as soon as we put something fresh out, you'd have the shit out there. Especially for something like Oktoberfest. There will be festivals, and it's a fest beer. But yeah, she's gotten a little sweeter in the note, so she's moving more into floral from grassy. Let's slip it a tongue. Again, partial to lagers. This one's actually really nice. She's light. She's pretty crisp. The floral really comes through now at this temperature. Intradentals, soft palate. She barely lights up the front of the tongue, although she rides it all the way into the back. It goes right down. The IBUs on this, because it's a lager, 10 would be amazing. I would say the IBUs on this are probably about 6. And she could use just a kick, but then again, I like hop lagers. Go figure. Really nice. Drying out the teeth a little. I would be surprised if there wasn't some corn in here. Put it out there. Kind of get that feeling. And with the sweetness. And she's not overly sweet. I mean, on a 1 to 10, she's 2. But a lot of people have been relying on corn to bump up the flavor in their beers, and I don't have a huge problem with it. I live in America where virtually all the corn is GMO and horrible for you, so please don't do that. For the lacing fans, disappointment, I believe. Well, I don't know. Well, that looks like a moose drinking out of a lake off a cliff, and that looks like a squirrel with, or maybe a rabbit with explosive diarrhea. Well, yeah, there you go. So keep it bouncing off. Throwing it out there. She's not bad. She's tasty. I could drink this and not bat an eye. And again, she's in the approved range. So we're going to step back. We're going to bring her up to 50, see what she's got to show us. It shouldn't take long because it's 106 in Phoenix. All right, my friends, we'll be right back.
Lay down with the dog.
Wake up with the fleas. Chris Knight, I really like Chris Knight. All right, so I'm getting bouncy temperatures here, but that looks like 50. There's your 6 points. Let's see what we got. Prost. It's gotten a little richer, a little fuller. There's actually a little bitterness on the back end, so those hops are finally starting to show up. Definitely tastes like there's corn in here, though. I could be wrong, but that's just my opinion. Again, she's going to stay right in that soft palate and interdental zone. Nothing leaks boogily or sublingually. Nothing down in the lowers. Rides the... Well, now she actually just rides the roof back. She doesn't even ride the tongue, and anything that lights up on the tongue is at the very, very tip. So that floral is giving way to the sweetness, which is why I think there's corn in here. I don't want to drink this beer at 50 degrees. I want to drink this beer at 35 degrees, which is excellent because it's 106 degrees out. And that's how I like my lagers. And I know, but dude, you can't taste anything. Well, yeah, there is that. And it opens up your profile to a lot more beers you wouldn't drink when they weren't 35 degrees. Right out there. But again, in the approved temperature zone, she was fine. She's getting a little manky now that she's warm. Would I buy this beer again? Probably not, because it won't be available again until next year. Drink this beer again? Well, if I wind up in Flag for Oktoberfest, sure. Why not? They might actually have some down here if there's an Oktoberfest down here somewhere. There used to be, but America's gotten weird, man. Try it on tap. Original tap or. Handed this to me out of the cooler. What would I say? I'd say thank you very much. It's a completely drinkable beer. She knocked my socks off. Is she super interesting? Does she have a great flavor profile? Meh. It's not bad, though. Grassy, floral, manky on the top end. Corn always takes points off because I detest corn in my beer. Only because it's toxic these days. All that being said, she's really not a bad, horrible beer, but she's not the beer we drank yesterday, which was outstanding. 4.5. We're going to give her a 4.5. I think that's fair. All right, my friends. Thanks for coming by. It's my bulls on you, my people. You know I love you. I want you to be the victory, my friends. Happy, healthy, safe, honorable, dutiful, vigilant, gray man, and a swivel. Hot and handy. And if you don't think hot and handy is an option, don't open a newspaper because they're not going to tell you jack shit. But start perusing stuff like the Gateway Pundit and RCP, Real Clear Politics, has a news section that covers a lot of alt news that's not approved for you to know. Just throwing it out there. All right, we're out of here because this is where we cut it for the ScrewTube guys. So, ScrewTube guys, much as I love you, don't get me wrong, and I understand why people don't want to leave. That's on you. We're going to tell stories now because it's storytelling time. So, we will see you tomorrow for another beer. I did buy 7. I'm going to have to go shopping for 7 more. I didn't think we were 14 days out from Oktoberfest, but I will do what I can. What I can. Actually, tomorrow's Sunday, so that's a cider. And it's not a German cider, it's just a cider. So, Monday, we will have another beer for you. All right. Adios, YouTubers. if you want to come over, you know where to find us. BitChute, Rumble, Brighteon, Odyssey, Gab, Minds, shit, even on Twitter X. So what is Twitter X? Twix? See you there. Adios.